I'll tell you what, Victoria, there is nobody more excited to be here than Brooklyn Hayes.
I absolutely love to see it. That brings so much joy to me just to watch Brooklyn Hayes walk out.
Yeah, it's incredible. And man, it wasn't just the walkout. She had a strong showing in match number 1 against Kennedy Blades, and Kennedy Blades ultimately closed it out and completed the match really well. But man, Brooklyn Hayes executed a good game plan, and Kennedy Blades a little rattled here.
Little head bump in there. You know what I always say? MMA, I'm fighting MMA now. Headbutts are illegal in MMA. We get headbutt all the time in freestyle wrestling. They're dangerous. So yeah, I hope Kennedy's fine here.
It's got to be weird to have a little headbutt situation and then somebody just smile at you that much.
That's so funny.
Hayes taking ground, and she really did a nice job of the hand fight in match number 1.
Brooklyn doing a great job with her head and hands defense there. Giving Kennedy some trouble on her shots from the outside.
Hayes looking for a little knee pick there off the collar tie. She has Blades in the zone. Shot, Blades. And no finish yet. Blades may try to slip that leg in or clear the arm. She clears the arm, gets the takedown, and saw the official signaling for passivity against Blades. Didn't get a chance to call it, though, because Blades finished a takedown.
Hayes just smiling her way through this match, blowing some kisses.
She's blowing kisses mid-match. I haven't seen that.
That is crazy.
I don't know if Kennedy's bleeding or entering concussion protocol, but they're taking a look at Kennedy Blades' head.
Yeah, she's looking a little shaken up. Again, headbutts are super dangerous. It's tough. Our sport, we headbutt each other all the time, in the room, in matches.
Kennedy Blades has dealt with some head safety issues in the past, so they're going to want to make sure to take their time and make a smart decision here.
Looks like she's ready to rock and roll.
Hard fake there from Hayes, and Blades looking for that double leg.
Brooklyn's doing a great job with her defense so far.
Looking for a body lock, and it's going to be a step out.
She's able to pull Kennedy up off her legs and only give up 1 in these positions.
If they get to that position again, I wouldn't be surprised to see caution in 1. Blades had a pretty good over-under position there, and Hayes just kind of stepped out, I think to avoid giving up more than a point.
Kennedy attempting a double here. If Brooklyn can get her right hip down, yep, just like that, and then start to drag that arm. She's lost the position now, but that can be a scoring opportunity for Brooklyn Hayes.
Hayes controlling that elbow. And Blades finds her way to a shot on the re-attack, but now Hayes in position to score, and she will. It's 3-2. Brooklyn Hayes pulls within a point.
Great job on the re-attack for Brooklyn Hayes. And I think that's what in order to win this match, she's going to have to keep stopping Kennedy's attacks, pulling them up, and then using them to create her own offense.
Minute to go in this first period. Hayes starting to take some ground. You could tell Blades' strategy between matches 1 and 2 was to attack frequently, and while it's worked a couple times, Hayes has scored off one of those attacks as well. Slide by attempt, and Blades going to get 1 on the step out. 4-2.
And if that was in the center, Brooklyn Hayes might have wrestled through that position, and Kennedy kind of fell to her face. We'll see if Brooklyn can continue to wrestle through the positions and force a 3rd match.
Brooklyn Hayes just blew another kiss to the crowd. So I'd like to know more about what's going on there.
Someone very special in that crowd.
Hard fake there. Shot, Blades. Just going to try to elevate. Hayes locked through the crotch. And Blades pressuring in towards that hip. Now Blades goes head under the leg. What's she gonna do here?
5 seconds left.
Short time in the period. Can she finish this? Hayes needs to be aware of that clock and able to avoid giving up the points.
Excellent work from Brooklyn Hayes. She's wrestling a much better match than she wrestled first match of the series.
She's a takedown away from a lead.
This entire Final X has been crazy so far.
It honestly has, and Brooklyn Hayes, a real revelation. I mean, she's going to adds a ton of depth. I mean, who knows? It's not over. She could win here, but assuming Kennedy Blades holds serve, Brooklyn Hayes is somebody that's really just getting going in her career.
Yes, definitely, and she's having the most fun doing it.
She really is. Both these wrestlers just 21 years old. I'd love to know the average age of the wrestlers in Final X this year compared to other years. It feels like really young.
Agree. 9 of the 20 women wrestlers are 21 years and younger.
That's remarkable.
21 or 22, like one of those.
Shot Blades, but Brooklyn Hayes, good sprawl, pulls it up into an underhook and looking to lock on a headlock. Blades looks for a shot. That probably wasn't the one with Hayes on that underhook.
No, Hayes is going to need to circle herself to the center here. Make sure she doesn't give up an edge point, just like that.
Great job circling there. Now Brooklyn Hayes momentarily had Kennedy Blades in the zone. Blades under the leg, circling towards the lock of Hayes.
Let's see if Brooklyn can take this over. She's doing a great job with her defense.
Still a 2-point match. Brooklyn Hayes still a takedown away from a lead.
And I like how Brooklyn's going from, she just popped Kennedy's arm away in order to get to her underhook. Let's see if she can work with that. Brooklyn's also doing a good job switching between that underhook position and an elbow pass. I think she's going to need to keep on those maneuvers to get Kennedy moving.
Blaze just hasn't been able to get her moving to find the openings that we're accustomed to seeing Kennedy find. I think that similarity in height is something that Kennedy doesn't have to deal with very often.
Agree. Brooklyn is long just like Kennedy. I think Kennedy's a bit taller, but overall, it's quite similar body types.
Now Blaze is used to wrestling wrestlers not quite as tall, and nice little dump attempt. It's going to be at least one, just one, I believe. And yeah, the 1 point on the step out. 5-2 now, Blades leads, and at least a little bit more comfortable lead.
Definitely, but Brooklyn is still in this match, and what I like seeing from her is her stingy defense and not making some major mistakes that we've seen in previous matches that just really kind of put the match out of the wrestler's hands when they give up way too many points.
Absolutely, and she's still smiling, trying to get herself back in this match.
She's going to have to start her sprint here and really get going. Kennedy doesn't need to do much.
Yeah, like that shot even, Kennedy doesn't need that. And Kennedy's, she's been initiating all the offense in this, but that's where all of Hayes' opportunities have come from as well in this match.
Yes, agree. If I was Kennedy, probably going to try to hold position and settle back because Hayes isn't really coming hard for her. And again, like you said, she's scoring off of Kennedy's attacks.
30 seconds to go. Collar tie now for Blades, and
nice elbow off.
Dives in on a shot. Hayes has got to capitalize here.
That'll be one.
Did he call caution? Grounded, white paddled. Okay, so.
Wow. Okay.
And the way that official signaled the hand motion out of bounds, for a second I thought he was calling caution, but I think he was just saying out of bounds.
9 seconds to go here.
Impressive showing from Brooklyn Hayes, but in the end. It's Kennedy Blades on, I believe, her first senior level world team. Of course, she was already an Olympic silver medalist last year.
Yes.
And Brooklyn Hayes celebrating in the center of the mat for and with Kennedy Blades. Kennedy Blades gets it done in an unusual match.
Agree. Great job to Kennedy here. Like you said, making her first senior world team after becoming Olympic silver medalist. She is a rising star. I can't wait to see Kennedy continue to perform. And I hope her head's okay. And that might have been a bit of what was playing into that whole match there.